Hello, everybody. I just, I'm driving and I was thinking about something, and I'm gonna name this video flavor of the week. Okay, for single mothers. Okay, a lot of single mothers have different flavor of the weeks, and that dictates how they treat their children. Let me elaborate. A lot of single mothers will have a dude that they like, especially if she has multiple kids. And depending on how she felt about that man will dictate how she treat that child. And if she have other kids by other men, she's not going to treat those other kids how she treats that child by the new flavor. Okay, she's gonna the other kids. She's going to treat them like crap. She may buy more stuff for the child that's the flavor of the week's child. She may do point blank period. She's gonna do more for that child than she is for the other kids. And pray to God she don't have more kids or she don't break up with that person. And if something happens to that person, like that person may just so happen to die, or anything, especially if that person dies. Okay, she is going to for the week that or month that she lost. Okay, that child is going to be put on a higher pedestal and treated like they're better than the other ones when they're not. All kids should be treated equally. It does not matter who the father is. If you birth all of these kids, you need to treat all of them accordingly. There should be no reason for you to treat your kids one better than the other because of who their father is. If that was the case, you shouldn't have had the child. If that was the case, you just need to go close your legs, or you need to get them children away, because in actuality you really don't want them. At this point, you're using them as a check, because most of the time you're probably getting a check for those kids every month, or you getting food stamps for these kids every month, or something. You getting something benefit, whether it's income tax every year or whatever the fuck the case may be. You're benefiting off these children every month, but in actuality you really don't want them because you don't like the father of the kids. Honestly, I feel like that's some bullshit. There's no reason for any woman to treat any child any kind of way because she don't like the father. Make it make sense. Why did you have a baby with that person if you do not like the father? Hello. If you do not like your baby daddy, that don't mean you treat the child any kind of way, because that child is still a version of you. You're now creating unnecessary trauma for that child that child is going to have to heal from. It's a lot of mothers doing that. It's a true statement, especially the mother with multiple kids, preferably with two or more kids, two or more children. They're treating the children like crap, and whichever, especially if they have a different baby daddy. If each child got a different daddy, but she is treating one child better than the other. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the only reason why she's doing that is because of the father. It's time for people women to wake up. True enough, men need to wake up too. But let's be real about it. When you have these kids, because you have to carry these children for 9 months. Within them 9 months, you need to decide in your mind, are you going to have these kids, or are you going to give it away to somebody who wants it? Because it's a lot of people out there who cannot have children, who want to have children. So before you decide you want to mistreat a child because of who their father is, and because you got mad about who you lay down and have sex with. Point of giving or making unnecessary trauma that's not needed. Make it make sense. Because that very child that you're neglecting and treating as if that child doesn't matter is the very child you're going to need to wipe your ass when you get older. Is the very child you're going to need to help pay your bills when they get older. Is the very child you're going to need, periods, when that child get older. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You call that child a black sheep or whatever you want to call that child. Either way it goes, it's still unfair and it's not right. We need to choose wisely about who we're choosing to open our legs to. And stop showing favoritism because of a man or a woman, because men do it too. But we talking about the women today. We're not talking about the men. Okay? Let's just get it understood. These mothers are not being mothers because in actuality, they don't know how to be mothers. There's no handbook for being a mother. There's no handbook on being a parent. And a lot of people don't have enough common sense and comprehension to understand sometimes the best role model is the one that does everything wrong, because they showing you everything not to do. Stop traumatizing these kids while they're children and then wondering why they grow up to be prostitutes, hookers, why they just doing all this unnecessary stuff. They're doing that because of the way they grew up. They're doing that because of the parent that they grew up with. Confirmation. Is it still going? Okay. Yeah, man. Us as humans, we just heal. Stop pointing the fingers at the other gender and understand that in order for change to happen, it starts with you. All the old generation we dealt with growing up, theirs came from the older generation that before them. This is something that has been going on for years, okay? And if somebody don't decide to change it, it's going to keep happening. When you become a parent, there's a need for you to self-evaluate yourself on a daily. Because in order for your child to grow up and be the best that they can be, you need to be the best that you can be. I'm not talking about buying all the Jordans and the name brand and all this other stuff. I'm not talking about living a luxury life and doing all this, taking all these expensive trips and having the biggest house. No. What I'm saying is you need to heal your childhood wounds. Put your children in a position to win so that way they could be who they are called to be. We don't put children in a position to win, then we wonder why these kids be off the chain, coochie popping on the light pole. We ain't looking at the fact that mama chasing behind penis. Mama got a new man every week. Mama got a new man every day. Then wonder why the little girl grow up to be a hoe. Wonder why the little boy grow up saying fuck these bitches. Cause his mama had a new man every day. His daddy had a new woman every day. Her vice versa. The little girl mama had a new man every day. It's just like that what's that show It's not a show, it's a movie. It's called Bebe's Kids. And then it's a little short clip on on YouTube. It's a short film somebody made, and it's called What Happened to Bebe? What happened to Bebe? Whatever her name is. The girl whose children it was. And on here, Bebe was sleeping with a bunch of men. She had a new flavor every week. And she couldn't figure out why she couldn't keep a man. She couldn't keep a man because, I mean, don't get me wrong, the children was doing stuff. They was monsters. They was doing stuff. But her priorities was in the wrong place. She had done traumatized them kids so much that them children turned into monsters. Every dude that came into their house, they did something to them. Then she wondering why she can't keep a man. She wondering why they coming up missing. Because your priorities in the wrong place. Your children don't even got nothing to eat. Your kids is eating cereal with water. Like, let's be real. It's a need for us to wake up and get our priorities straight. I'm not saying you're not going to struggle, but pick a struggle. Pick the right struggle. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. Pick the right struggle. Stop trying to depend on a man to come save you or a woman to come save you. Handle your responsibilities because they're your responsibilities, not nobody else's. And stop adding trauma to your children and yourself. Okay? I say. And that's all I got to say about it. And in the great words of the Grinch, stay true to thyself and be kind to others. I say. I'm out. 13 on the clock.